Amber and Tanner in the morning.
Well, we are your morning show on Froggy 92.9.
But you can listen to us any time of the day with Amber and Tanner on demand.
On any podcast platform, froggy929.com, the Froggy 92.9 app.
And every Saturday morning on the radio.
Sonoma County's #1 morning show anytime, anywhere. And right now, here's the best of Amber and Tanner.
And the question right now is, in the future, how are you going to explain the year 2020 to someone? Because it has been a really hectic year. A lot has happened. And we asked you this on Facebook. Again, in the future, how are you going to explain the year 2020 to someone? A lot of you had some interesting responses.
Facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. Henry from Lake Hughes says, one word, que.
Okay.
Que? Que? What? Would you believe me if I told you, Amber, that I took Spanish in high school and I still got that wrong?
Okay.
Que?
Jessica from San Rafael says that she would explain the year 2020 to someone. That one time the world got shut down, Apocalypse 2020. She also says, it was cool. Had to stay inside or wear a mask. People killed each other over toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and cups of soup.
That's pretty dang accurate. Dan
like
from
that.
Sebastopol says, try to avoid explaining if all possible, LOL. He says, don't even go there.
Okay, Tanner, tell me, how would you explain the year 2020 to someone in the future?
Well, what I would do is I'm just going to print out my Google search history from the past 6 months, and they'll see what I was going through the process. They'll be like, what the heck is containment mean? I'll be like, what do you mean I can't wear that kind of mask? And what is a Karen?
What is Rona? I guess I think of it like maybe I'm explaining it to my kids who are trying to read about it in their history books.
Or their history tablets.
Yes, a hologram of a history teacher. So I would say there was this virus. It made people really, really sick, and it spread very easily, so we had to stay inside our homes. There were a lot of protests, Black Lives Matter, fires, and just all around pandemonium.
I just imagine your kids coming up to you and be like, Mommy, can you tell me about the year of 2020? And you're like, let me tell you about the year of Zoom.
I love how Zoom, doom, and gloom. 2020. I love how you almost gave my kid a British accent.
I know.
The best of Amber and Tanner in the morning. Right now, it's Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
Have an edition of You Make the Call right now. Did I do the right thing or did I break the law? Had a little situation. It was hot over the weekend. I think it got up to 111 at some point.
Yeah.
In Santa Rosa, at least, where we live. And I live in an apartment complex, and we have this indoor-outdoor cat. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm pretty sure the parents of this cat listen, so I got to be a little safe here. And this cat was outside, laying flat underneath my car, just panting because it was so hot.
Oh,
and I was like, oh my God, this isn't good. So I knock on their door. I go, hey, your cat is outside and she's panting. She's really hot. Is there any way I can bring her to you guys, take her inside? And then they go, no, don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Okay. So I had a decision to make. One, do I just ignore it or do I do something about it? I decided to do something about it. I went to the cat, picked up the cat, and brought it into my apartment and brought it in my bathroom to cool her down. Now, did I commit a crime by doing that, or do you think I did the right thing?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't have brought the cat into my home.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons.
My cats weren't happy about it.
But I mean, I would have done something.
Yeah.
I just don't know what. Maybe brought it water, or I don't know.
See, there's a great way to solve this situation that you just gave me while I'm over here cat-jacking or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those situations where, you do want to do something, but you also want to mind your own business because it's not your pet.
I have a bad tendency of getting in other people's business and taking matters into my own hands, don't I?
I don't know. I don't know, Tanner. But
so you wouldn't have brought the cat inside like I did?
No.
Okay.
No, I've been in your shoes where there's been a stray cat or a mystery cat that's kind of come up to me and basically asked for help. And I named him Mick Jagger, and I fed him every day, but it ended up being somebody's cat. So I'm glad I didn't take it inside or take it to the vet.
I brought the cat back outside when it cooled down later that night. I want to say I don't have another cat. That's what I'm not hoarding cats. Put the cat back outside,
right.
But did I do the right
know.
thing? Did I do the right thing? You make the call right now.
This is Amber and Tanner on demand. Miss something from the show this week? Catch up on Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. or on the new Froggy 92.9 app.
It's time to play the movie quote challenge. Calling it that because I have not come up with a better name for it. Basically what I do is I read a movie quote from a movie, and Tanner has to guess what movie that's from.
All right. I'm pretty good.
You like movies?
I love movies, and especially since the pandemic started, I've been watching a lot of movies. So let's see how I do.
All right. We're going to start off with some easy ones, some classic films. All right. You ready for this one?
Ready as I can be.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. What movie?
Friday Night Lights?
Incorrect. It is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, dang it.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
All
Great
right.
movie.
Great movie.
I can't believe I missed that one. I should watch that tonight.
All right. You ready for this one? I think you're going to get this one right.
Okay.
Fear leads to anger. I was going to try to do the accent, but I can't. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Hate leads to
There you go.
suffering.
That's Yoda from Star Wars.
Fear is the path to the dark
Correct.
side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
I can't do the Yoda.
That's the first time I've ever pulled it off, and it was probably pretty bad.
Do you know which Star Wars it is? Because I don't. I looked it up.
I think that is...
No.
Is it Phantom Menace?
I don't actually know.
I think it's Revenge of the Sith. I know it's one of the
I think you're
prequels.
right. Okay. Ready for this one?
Yep.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, that's Die Hard.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Correct.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
All right. I quote this a lot. This is a deep cut from one of my favorite movies. Are you ready?
Okay.
He huffed and he puffed and he signed an eviction notice.
That is Shrek.
You are correct.
He huffed and he puffed and he signed an eviction notice.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Available on the Froggy 92.9 app, froggy929.com, and Saturday mornings on the radio. It's Amber and Tanner anywhere, anytime. Only on Froggy 92.9.
What did your child do to your pet? My friend Kyle from Houston, he posted this on Facebook and it made me laugh. He said, just watch my daughter chew up some potatoes and chicken for 3 minutes, then spit it into her hand and feed it to my dog Bear,
Oh,
who was as happy as can be. Pardon me as I go hurl.
that's so sweet.
It is, but it's really gross at the same time. What did your child do to your pet? Getting a lot of people on Facebook right now, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning.
Denise from Petaluma says, my kid dresses up our German Shepherd all the time. Charlie, the dog, is a good sport. Oh.
And Ben from Santa Rosa says, I have to monitor my toddler constantly. Any food I feed her ends up going to the dog. And you know what? I don't have kids. I know, Amber, you don't have kids either. But
As far as I know.
When I was a kid, my cat stunk a little bit. His name was Chester.
Chester.
And I loved him to death. And sweet cat. And I was like, you stink, Chester. And I grabbed my dad's cologne and gave him a little tss. He hated it.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
9-year-old me, I was like, I'm a genius. And I thought,
Yeah.
I'm going to create a whole line of cat cologne and all this stuff.
We have pet spray for our dog. It's like a lemon scented like dry shampoo that we spray Remy with.
Dang.
It's very similar. Dang, I
I could have got that. I could be rich, Amber.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just crush your dreams there.
I thought I had something over here.
You're like, you hear this, Amber? It's the sound of my dreams crushing.
Did you
But
do
anyway.
anything to a pet growing up?
I had a dog named Charlie that I would force to play Amber's Adventures with me, and I think that's the worst thing I ever did.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
a lot better than
it's
me
not
when
bad.
I was a kid. People were driving their car like, Tanner was mean to poor Chester.
Poor Chester.
This is Amber and Tanner on demand. Miss something from the show this week? Catch up on Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. or on the new Froggy 92.9 app.
I'm assuming you probably know by now, but I love Pop-Tarts.
Yep.
I bought some Pop-Tarts this weekend at the grocery store.
Which ones?
The grocers. Cookies and cream. I don't think I've had them before.
They're not good.
What?
I've had them.
Well, whatever.
That's my
Tanner.
opinion. But anyway, sorry. I
He's
threw
like
us off
rubbing
track.
he's rubbing his stomach. He's like, I hate them. But anyway, I saw on the back, it said on the back of the box, enjoy them however you like them. Straight out of the foil, toasted, stacked, or frozen. I discovered that people are out there freezing their Pop-Tarts and eating them.
I have never consumed frozen Pop-Tarts.
I took a poll also on my personal Instagram, and I think like 5 people voted yes that they're freezing their Pop-Tarts.
Really?
This is news to me.
Honestly, it's news to me too. I just eat them straight out of the wrapper or whatever.
I put them in the microwave
Yeah.
for like 10 seconds, and they're perfect. They're soft and warm.
People freeze all kinds of stuff though that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, so I was curious. I asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/froggy929. I got a lot of great responses that I might actually try. Like Monica from Petaluma says she freezes grapes. She also said, so good.
Candace from Santa Rosa says, I freeze Capri Suns and cut the tops off for a slushie.
Genius.
I freeze yogurt tubes so they don't make a mess for my son. Genius. I also put onions in the freezer for a bit before cutting them so it doesn't make me cry.
Okay, Candace is a genius.
And her freezer is stacked
I know,
24/7.
yeah. She just puts everything in
Yeah.
her freezer. Sherry from Santa Rosa says she freezes blueberries. But what about you, Tanner? What are some things you might freeze that you normally don't?
I will only eat a candy bar if it's frozen.
Doesn't it like break your teeth?
No. You kind of just nibble on it a little bit, and also makes it so
Nibble.
I don't eat it super fast because I have no control over eating.
My mom used to freeze Girl Scout cookies, and those are pretty good. The Thin
Genius.
Mints.
Yep. Oh,
but
yeah.
I just can't see Pop-Tarts being put in the freezer.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Every Saturday morning starting at 6 a.m. Want even more?
Yes.
Listen on your favorite podcast platform now, including the Froggy 92.9 app.
What advice would you give someone that is experiencing their first wildfire? I ask this because not only are we dealing with a wildfire here in Sonoma and Napa County, but my hometown, I'm from a little town called Puyallup, Washington, by Seattle. It is surrounded by fire right now from 2 different directions. Things that I grew up with, like the Puyallup Fair is currently on fire in my hometown. The skating rink that I went to as a kid is on fire. And what I've
Crazy.
been noticing is, I was very lucky, and we were very lucky here on the show to, when we experienced our first wildfire, be surrounded by people that have been through wildfires.
Exactly.
And they gave us very sound advice. That's not necessarily the case for my hometown of Puyallup, Washington. And a lot of people are panicking, don't know what to pack. I get a FaceTime from my mom last night. She was almost in tears going, I don't know what to pack. I don't know what to do. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
So as Sonoma County, what advice would you give my hometown of Puyallup, Washington for dealing with wildfires? How to be prepared?
We posted this on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. So if you'd love to participate in the conversation, please do and help us out. But we got a comment from Tammy from Windsor. She said, know how to open the garage without electricity, number 1. Then print a list of what important documents to take, number 2. And then number 3, have clothes for 2 weeks in your bag.
Elizabeth from Nevada says, tell them to take video of things in their houses for insurance purposes.
Smart.
Pack important papers, extra pills into a bag, and have it close to your door or your garage ready to go if needed.
The Matt from Santa Rosa says, it's very upsetting and scary to look at the life you have and think, what here can I live without under a time crunch? Understand that and be there for them. And, these are great comments. There's so many great comments on this Facebook post right now for, people who've already gone through this and are willing to give advice, because I know that it's hard. It must be hard to think back on the times where you've had to evacuate and you were in danger.
What I've been doing is I've been just sending people a link to all of these comments on our Facebook page,
Yeah.
and it's really helped out a lot of people. Again, my hometown is currently dealing with their first wildfire back in Washington. They don't know how to deal with it. And Amber, where can us fire veterans contribute to the conversation?
Amber and Tanner on demand. Every Saturday morning starting at 6 a.m. Want even more? Listen on your favorite podcast platform now, including the Froggy 92.9 app.
The question right now is, what self-sabotaging thing are you aware that you're doing, but you can't seem to stop? I don't know what's wrong with me. A lot of things. But I always leave clothes in the dryer for entirely too long, way too long. I always tell myself, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. But that's the self-sabotage, and I end up having to fold clothes like late one night when I'm really tired and I'm having to go to bed and I'm just exhausted, and I have to do it because my boyfriend needs the dryer.
And it becomes something that is almost like a cloud over your life, right?
I do it every time. And I don't know why. Why? I know I'm not the only one that does like self-sabotaging stuff like this.
I do something. It's not really like with clothes or anything in the household. It's with drinking water, or my lack thereof. Every single day I'm like, I'm gonna drink some water today. I never drink water. Found out that for someone like my height, I'm supposed to drink 120 ounces of water a day. It's a good day if I'm drinking 8.
You know, there's water in all the Diet Dr. Peppers you drink.
See? That's
water in
exactly
there,
my
Emily.
mentality. As long as I drink Diet Dr. Pepper, I'm all good to go.
Well, we asked you this on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. We're actually getting some really great messages. What's a self-sabotaging thing that you are doing but cannot seem to stop?
Anna from Healdsburg says, leaving dishes to do tomorrow. I know I will feel better if I do them, but after doing dishes to cook dinner to do dishes again kills me mentally.
Yes.
You gotta wait until after dinner. That's my advice to you.
Well, Devin from Santa Rosa says, being lazy about returning clothes I bought that I didn't want, that it being too late and I'm out of money and stuck with stuff I don't want.
And Allison from Novato says, not getting gas when driving home from work.
I do it too.
You do that all the time when you're near empty. Then having to do it the next morning and running late for work.
I am like that diet everybody's going to start. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Yep.
Headline in a haystack.
Tanner reads headlines.
Amber tells us which one is a lie. 'Cause it's headline in a haystack.
I want to give a quick shout out to Nick from Healdsburg and Christine from Forestville. They submitted today's fake headlines.
Really?
They did. They
Wow.
heard last time we did Headline in a Haystack that you were able to tell it was me for my writing. They stepped up to the plate, and you too can write the fake headlines for Headline in a Haystack.
Oh.
Facebook.com/Froggy929.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Headline number 1. Dr. Phil asks TikTok followers to stop calling him daddy. Headline number 2. Man seeks emergency help for not cleaning ears for 47 years.
Ew.
And here is your final headline, Amber. Let's see if she can tell which one is the headline in a haystack. When Wisconsin man arrested after assaulting employees over Michael Jordan's shoes.
The headline in the haystack is Dr. Phil.
That's correct. Congratulations to you. Here is the full headline. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is a direct quote from him. He says, I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy, and your real daddy is probably getting his feelings hurt, McGraw said. He continued to say, I appreciate the support. It's a little weird, but I appreciate the support.
His last name's McGraw?
Yeah.
I had no
Wait.
idea.
Tim McGraw, are you Dr. Phil?
I'm confused.
Headline in a haystack.
What's a food you hated as a child that for some reason you still can't eat as an adult? And I want to know why, because for some reason I can't eat raw tomatoes. I hated them as a kid. I've tried them over the years as an adult. I know I've talked about it before, but I can't stand them. And my boyfriend and I were talking about it, and he was like, why exactly do you hate raw tomatoes? And it's definitely a taste thing. I don't know what it is about tomatoes that I hate, but I just hate them. And I want to be an adult, and I want to be able to eat things, but I just don't like them.
I don't think you should be too hard on yourself, because sometimes you just don't like something, and that's okay. For example, I hate mashed potatoes. I will never like mashed potatoes. They suck. I'm sorry. I might get some haters because of that.
That's okay.
But mashed potatoes are trash, and it's a texture thing for me.
I love mashed potatoes, but I feel like your anger and your frustration over it, because I feel that way about tomatoes.
Yeah.
And people will put tomatoes on things and cut up tomatoes and put them in things, and I'm like, please stop. I can't do it.
I'm not kidding. I have seen Amber get a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell, and they have diced tomatoes in there. She opened it up and took all of them out.
Scrape them out. I can't do it. It will ruin it for me.
Yeah.
And I wish I could get past it, but I can't. But I know I'm not the only one. So we asked you this on our Froggy Facebook page. What's a food you hated as a kid that you still cannot eat as an adult?
Julie from Katati says, fish sticks. I'm kind of with you, Julie, to be honest with you. She says, Mom would make us eat them, and they were disgusting.
I love fish sticks. All right. Mariana from Bodega says, mayo. I have super curly, frizzy hair. My mom used to make me wash it with mayo when I was a kid. The smell is disgusting. Turned me off for life. That's so gross.
My favorite response by far, again, facebook.com/froggy929, comes from Roger from Santa Rosa. He says, I have yet to find a food I hate. That's a good life right there.
Love that, Roger.
On the radio and in your pocket. Download Amber and Tanner on demand right now on your favorite podcast app. Amber and Tanner, Sonoma County's
#1 morning show.
only on Froggy 92.9.
What gives you a sense of normalcy during this pandemic, during these wildfires, and during these crazy times? I texted my girlfriend yesterday, and I said, do you know what today is? She goes, I have no idea.
Thursday.
And I said, football is back, baby. And then I spelled, and by the way, you can see that screenshot on my personal Instagram at Tanner Chambers _.
At Amber Henderson.
At Amber Henderson. You can see the screenshot. I spelled out the entire dun 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 dun, the whole thing. And I was just so excited that football is back because it made me feel like life was slightly normal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Again. Also, yesterday,
nice.
had a little extra swagger in my step because we announced the Country Summer 2021 lineup. And I feel like we're getting these things in the calendar that's given us a purpose and things to look forward to.
I hope Country Summer happens next year. I hope we've got the pandemic handled, but I totally understand how you feel, Tanner, because I went to Safeway yesterday, the one in Bennett Valley, and I saw they had Halloween decorations up everywhere, which made me feel really good. It cheered me up because, you know, I was thinking about Halloween and holidays, and it just made me feel nostalgic because that's the sense of normalcy that we're going to get this year, is to celebrate Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Even though it might not be the same, we'll still get to decorate, have the movies, the same feelings.
I got to get some Halloween masks, some coronavirus masks. We asked you this on Facebook. What gives you a sense of normalcy? Facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning.
We got a great one from Dawn from Santa Rosa. She said, I'm not trying to kiss your tails or anything, but honestly, your show. That's so nice. She said, it's a highlight of my day, and it helps me forget how crazy the world is, whether you're yelling at each other about soda preferences or talking about your life. I just want to say I appreciate you both.
Thank you, Dawn.
That's so nice.
Makes me feel so good. Henry from Petaluma.
Not that cool.
I mean, you're cool. I'm not. Henry from Petaluma says, for me, it was baseball that made me feel like the world's becoming normal again.
That's a good point. More sports. Sam from Sebastopol says, my chickens. I tend them every morning. It reminds me I should only be concerned about what I can control. That's some great advice.
It's Amber and Tanner.
On demand.
The best of the week right now on Froggy 92.9.
What's a movie that maybe you were a little confused or at least baffled by? Tenet, starring Robert Pattinson and John David Washington. It opened in theaters this past weekend, and even both of those co-stars said this film's really confusing. They read the script like 3 times, and they were like, I don't get it.
You know that even if you're starring in a movie and you're confused, nobody's going to understand what is going on.
That's so true. So, what's a movie that you were a little confused by?
I will never understand Inception. And I think that's kind of the point of Inception. I have watched it 3 times, and I still have no idea what in the world is going on. Just know that's a dream inside another dream inside another dream.
Yeah.
But I get lost every dang time.
I don't understand The Matrix. I don't. Don't try to. Have you seen it?
I have never seen The Matrix. I just know there's a red pill and a blue pill, right?
Yes, there is, and whatever.
The movie just doesn't make sense.
It just baffles me every time. Your girlfriend Lindsay and my boyfriend Cole have both tried to explain it to me. I'm like, so is it real? Like, is the world real? What's the Matrix? Is everyone in the Matrix? Who's Mr. Smith? What does he do? Like, is he a doctor? Everybody's like, no, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, what is the Matrix?
I'm going to watch The Matrix for the first time, and I'm going to report back to you on whether or not I understand. Because if
You'll
you don't
understand it. I don't understand
I don't think
it.
I will understand it.
I'm like, why is everyone underground? All right, well, we asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. What's a movie you were confused or baffled by?
Julie from Petaluma says Pulp Fiction.
Oh, a lot of people say Pulp Fiction's confusing. It's because of the non-linear timeline. But Joyce from Roanoke Park says The Piano.
And Denny from Santa Rosa. I've never seen this movie, but they say it said Debbie Does Dallas.
I've never seen that either. I'm going to have to look that one up. We'd love to hear from you, though. What's a movie you were confused by or didn't really understand?
Give us a call right now, 636-1HOP.
Now we got Liz from Roanoke Park.
I am completely confused and baffled by the movie E.T.
Really?
Why is he here? And then it's something about he got left behind. Like, what parents are going to leave their child behind? Like, I get the movie Home Alone, but, like, this is a completely different planet. But then, like, something about he gets sick, and then the government finds out about him.
Yeah.
And then the kid, Eli, or whatever his name is sick, too. And I just don't understand, like, why it was... How'd they get sick? Did he just get a cold? Like, how did the other kid get sick? Did he catch a cold? Because if it's a regular cold, the kid shouldn't be affected. I just don't get it.
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
What is a food that you find to be completely overrated? Getting a lot of responses on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Froggy929.
John from Roanoke Park says Twinkies. Everyone's going around acting like Twinkies are the holy messiah. He said, well, you're wrong.
Christy from Windsor. I'm offended. I love Twinkies. I'm a Twinkie man, all right?
What did Christy say?
Christy from Windsor said Peeps. I don't get how anyone can like them.
Ooh, I'm with Christy on that one. Then Xander from Santa Rosa says, sorry, Amber and Tanner, but soda. Amber Coca-Cola is gross, and Tanner Dr. Pepper is even more gross.
All right, Xander.
I think we've lost a friend.
I feel attacked. I say this because people are going to, if I'm offended by someone saying Dr. Pepper is gross, I think some people are going to be offended by what I say.
Okay.
Everyone's freaking out about the Mexican pizza going away from Taco Bell.
Are they?
As a spokesperson and connoisseur of Taco Bell, I have never even tried the Mexican pizza. So I went ahead and tried it. I think yesterday I said, Amber, I'm going to go try the Mexican pizza. I'll be back.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It's not good.
Why is everybody freaking out about this awful menu item leaving the menu?
I told you not to get it.
I just want to say ew. Ew. It looks like, it tastes like, do you remember those nachos that you had in like elementary school that they would supply that were super gross?
Yeah, they're like stale.
It was, those were more appealing than the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Bye-bye. I'm happy it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a hot take from Tanner this morning.
What food item do you think is overrated?
I'm going to get attacked for this. I'm going to lose fans for this. But I think In-N-Out is overrated.
What?
Every time I drive by In-N-Out and I see those long lines, I'm like, go somewhere else. Don't you people have families, jobs to get to, lives to attend to instead of waiting in a line for an hour? It's not worth it.
I think it's worth it.
It's not,
I love
Tanner,
it.
you're wrong. And I just think that it's not as good as everyone says it is, and it's definitely just not worth the long lines.
All right. Well, let's get you on the phone. What food item is overrated? Give us a call, 636-1HOP.
All right. So we've got Tim from Santa Rosa on the line. Let me see if I could get him on the line. And we are answering. Tim, you there?
This is Tim from Santa Rosa. Kentucky Fried Chicken. You always have this great anticipation of it, and then it's just so greasy and just so disappointing.
So what do you like better, Popeyes or?
To be honest with you, I used to live in Florida, and Church's Fried Chicken was my favorite.
I hope you get some delicious fried chicken today.
Go to Sweet Teas in Windsor.
Oh, okay. I'll try that.
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
What's a word you absolutely hate? You just hear it and you cringe a little bit. I was on the phone with my friend the other day, and she told me that something I cooked looked super yummy. I was like, oh.
You hate
There's
that
just
word?
something about an adult, like a grown person, saying the word yummy that just sends me over the edge and makes me angry almost. So, I know that there's a word you hate, Tanner. What is it?
It's moist. I hate the word moist. And I know a lot of people are there with me. Quick question about your word. Do you also hate it when people say yum yum or yum?
Yeah. I don't like it. I hate when, let me just preface this. I also hate when people make noises when they eat. When they're like, yes, so good, yum, yum, yum.
I literally had to move my headphones out of my ear.
I hate even when people are like, like, I don't know. It just, it creeps me out.
Isn't there a song called Yummy from like Justin Bieber or something like that?
I hate that song. It's dumb. It's a bad song. Use a different word.
Next time I eat with you, I'm just going to go, yummy.
This is yummy. I have a friend that says all the time, I'm like, shut up. Makes me so mad. But we asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber Tanner in the morning. What's a word you hate?
Aaron from Roner Park said, hubby. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people use it, but it drives me mental.
I feel that, Aaron. Harrison from Santa Rosa says, I've recently discovered I'm not a fan of the word huge anymore.
Huge.
Wonder what I guess just everyone's saying it like that now, so it drives him insane.
He's not a huge fan of the word huge. All right. And Cecily from Sebastopol says, avant-garde drives me insane.
Avant-garde. Why? That's a weird thing.
Probably just in front of some people that are trying to act super smart. That's an avant-garde film.
You've been listening to Amber and Tanner on demand. Hit next episode to hear even more now. Join in live every weekday morning from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. as Amber and Tanner take your phone calls on Froggy 92.9 on the radio.